Haha, Sugar Smack, what's up? Man, I was having trouble getting this thing going. I got a new phone. If you remember last week, I told you my phone's acting kind of funny. Let me get this thing in here. So I was trying to get it to rotate. What's going on, folks? What's happening out there? And let's see if we can do this. Ooh, a little bit too much. Ooh, right there. What's going on, peoples? It's Wednesday night out here in the icebox. It's it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it's been, but it's definitely a little chilly. We had a little wind and rain yesterday. So what's going on out there, folks? Sugar Smack, what's going on, man? We got 3 folks on with the live stream. Remember to guard your. Okay, learn more. I'll pass. But yeah, I'm just kicking it, man. Take care of the dogs and the goats today. The little goat. I went up to the DMV, registered my Dodge minivan, my caravan. So my mom passed away. Some of you folks remember that my mom was engaged in a elderly romance scam. So what it is, guy from Nigeria. Michael, what's going on? It's Salvador. Good evening, my brother. Will, what's up, bro? Sugar Smack. Oh, it's all good, Sugar Smack. Strange days. What's happening, my friend? So my mom, for years, few years, she said, "Oh, I met some guy," and she would tell us about it. And my wife says, "Hey, look, that's not real. Your mom's engaged in a scam." And Skylar, what's up? Hot Rod, how you doing, brother? Love and respects from Meth Desto. Brian, what's happening, brother? I might see you tomorrow. Kira, yeah, so my mom was corresponding with this guy over Messenger, and later on, I got her phone. I called the guy, and had a heavy African accent. Resin, what's up, brother? What's up, loco? How you doing? Matthew McCall. And so, uh, my mom gave up about $60,000 of her money. How's that prison guard interview? I will, Brian. And so when my mom passed away, she basically had nothing. She sold her house, moved to Placerville, and she gave all her money to this elderly romance scam, some guy in Nigeria. Mr. Orange, what's up, brother? And so, she basically told my wife and I to get the fuck out of her life. William, blessings to you, my friend. And so when she died, she basically had nothing. And I told her mom, she's like, "Fuck you, get out of my house. I'll call the cops." Like shit. It was sad, man. And I go, "Mom, you're not even leaving me nothing to bury you with." And she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. But I never met Joe. That's a whole nother crew of guys that were slammed. And so anyway, when she passed away, she left me her Dodge Caravan that she had ran into stuff and dented the fenders, and I ended up tearing the back bumper off and the plastic cover over it. And it's a 2006 Dodge Caravan with 150,000 miles on it. And so anyway, I took it up to Kingman today and I got it registered. It cost me $52 to register that Dodge Caravan for 2 years. It would have cost me $93 or $91 to register it for 5 years. I went with 2, If it lasts for 2 more years, then I'll register for 5 years. It needs a new power steering pump, but yeah, I like my old Ford truck too, brother, but the gas mileage ain't that good. But I got to put a power steering pump in the Dodge Caravan. So anyway, I got it registered. I've been driving it for, I want to ask you a question a lot. In this spot, I'm just curious about what, Mr. Orange? I've been driving it unregistered, so I figured it's about time I got it registered. I came into, who knows, cost in Cali. Probably would have cost me at least $120 for 1 year. What's up, Mr. Orange? Hit that like. My time in prison. Yep. Prison. Yep. That's what about my time in prison, Mr. Orange? Uh, the people I met. Yeah. And over the years you meet a lot of people. What's up, Billabong Matt? How you doing? You do meet a lot of people, Mitch. How's it? The goat's doing good. The baby goat doing really well. And we got 3 other ones that are with their moms, but we got that one we have to bottle feed, and the dogs love her. She sleeps with Bowser and the little one. Supper's good. Engine came on the other day. Oh, that's wow. Mr. Wilson, Wilson's View, what's up? I fell asleep in my chair. I missed Saturday night. That's right, John Doe. Man, it's good to have you on, John. Yeah, California would have cost me about $120 to register that thing. You're a good mechanic up here. Yeah, Will, that place up Main Street, that's where I always went. But if they can't help you out, then I don't know. You could always move to another day. You could always move to Arizona, and they don't smog it, and they don't give a shit about no sensors or none of that shit. At least where I'm at, my Ford truck couldn't pass smog in California, but I got it registered out here, no problem. So, Daniel Chambers. What's up, Home Dirt? How you doing? San Diego in the house. Yeah, the people I met in prison, I don't know what you were going to ask me. There he goes. Good one to get to see Wednesday Night Live. That's right. The people I met in prison, Mr. Orange, what would you like to ask about them? Over the years, you meet a lot of people, and some of them stand out and some of them don't. And some of them stand out for good reasons, and some of them stand out because they're really not the kind of people that you want to associate with, whether they're Joe Doomsday Pion, what's up, Mr. Pio? Some guys, just some famous or infamous inmates. Really, I met Steve Grogan. He's referred to as Clem in the Manson book. And I met Charlie. I met Bruce Davis. I didn't really associate with him, but I met him. Steve Grogan's just a regular guy. What's up, Big League Jew? What was the Blood's name that you met with Youth Authority, and then later on when you told the Crips to laugh? Yeah, I really don't want to say his name, my friend. I don't like to throw that out there, but he's pretty well known in his world. I did tattoo Charlie. Carl Ettner's on. What's up, Carl? Oppress their people with regulations. Not yet, Burl. I'm from La Jolla. That's right. That's right, La Jolla. That's San Diego, baby. I don't want to get in. Oh, that's all right. Oh, Big League Jew, thank you so much. And hey, while we're on the subject here, Carl's on. Carl's been a little sick lately, and he's a good friend. He's a good man. His beautiful wife, Daryl. Let's give some prayers and positive vibes out to Carl Ettner and longtime viewer Tashanka. If you're watching, brother, we love you. His wife got sick, had to take her to the hospital. Let's give some positive vibes and prayers out to Tashanka. We hope that she's doing well, and we hope, Carl, we hope you're getting better, brother, by the day. Yeah, so you meet guys in prison, like the guys that you don't want to hang around, you don't want to really get to know, or they leave a bad taste in your mouth. That's why you remember them. That's right, Lexington, Kentucky, Sugar Smack. Because, that's right, old poacher. Because they're bad motherfuckers. And I mean, they're bad motherfuckers in a bad way. Sometimes you go, hey, that's a bad motherfucker right there. Because he's a good dude. But there are guys in there that are just bad uh, juju, and you just don't want to. And so you remember them guys too. Maybe they're guys that are out causing drama. Maybe the guys that are out, inflicting harm upon other people at will because they don't know how to solve their problems without violence. And everyone's a victim, including you if you get in their way. Those are the guys you remember for the bad reasons. But there are guys that you remember for all the good reasons. William Franzo, thank you for that, man. Carl's a really good guy. Um, there are guys in there that stick their neck out for people when everyone's against them. Uh, uh, yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Danny was a good dude, man. Uh, and so, there are guys that will stick their neck out for you because they like you and they believe in you when everyone else is against you. Um, when guys are walking around the yard mumbling under their breath to each other about you because some asshole with a little influence doesn't like you because you didn't give him a fucking paper of dope when you came up on a lump of fucking dope, or you had a pile of weed and you didn't give him a joint. So he goes around and starts kicking dirt on your name, and everyone else like there'll be that guy who'll stand up and say, "Hey, you're full of shit. Fuck that." Or he'll come and tell you, "Hey, this guy's fucking talking smack about you. Let's go out to the yard and fucking and confront him." And he'll go with you. Those are the guys that stand out in prison um, because they're stand-up guys, and for whatever reason, you have a relationship with them. They like you, uh, and they're good motherfuckers, and they'll stand up with you. And so those guys stand up. They stand out in your mind and your memories a lot too. That's right. Well, so I mean, you meet all kinds of people, man. I mean, I remember getting in trouble, and my friend Marvin Munch. I was in the hole, being transferred, and all this shit. And Marvin Munch went to a lieutenant, and got the lieutenant. Men of integrity. He got the lieutenant to speak up for me and got me out of the hole and back to the main line, and against all odds, because there were a lot of people that did not want me back. And so Marvin did that for me. He had a lot of juice. He was on the men's advisory council and had a relationship with some of the staff where he could communicate with them. So there are guys that'll stick their necks out for you when you least expect it. And sometimes they're the guys that you least expect. You know, they're not the guy in the yard saying, "I'm going to fuck that guy up. I'm going to stab that guy," and blah, 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 taking inventory on everybody and making threats and making people's lives miserable with drama. They're the guys that are just doing their thing, man. And once in a while they step up. What's up, Joey Frakes? Yeah, so those guys are memorable. And then there's guys like Rhino. Rhino's a friend, and Rhino is just a regular dude. But Rhino was a regular dude when being a regular dude was not easy. So cool. Wonder Bread's up in here. That's right. Back when we went to prison, especially Rhino went a few years ahead of me. 214 DDD Tix. That's right. Michael Thompson. I did some videos on him. You can check him out. Rincer Raymond, how you doing, brother, up in Oregon? I don't really talk about Mike Thompson much anymore. Too hard for the yard. Yep. Mike Thompson, I haven't seen much or heard much of him recently. Seems like for a while he was on everybody's channel every day, and now I haven't seen much of him. So who knows? Maybe he's going to court, and maybe, I don't know, but thank you, 214 DDDTX. Yeah, so I mean, being a regular guy at one time in prison was not easy because a lot of guys wanted to join gangs. What's up, DC Irish? A lot of guys want to get hooked up, but they want to navigating through the beast system. So, I mean, everyone wanted to be part of something, and regular guys, they just wanted to do their thing, and they were good dudes. They had hustle, they had game, they would stand up, but they weren't with the drama, and they weren't with the you know the the gang mentality. They were just kind of doing life on their terms in prison. Rhino was one of them. Rhino worked in a carpenter shop, man, at CMF, and he had access to wood, he had access to router bits, he had access to glue, sandpaper, all the stuff that I used in the hobby. Rhino had access to. So I go, hey, Rhino, I need some wood. And he'd bring a box in, the big, like a apple box. That was going to be an NFT painting, but we're not doing the NFT thing. Didn't work out. So we're going to auction that off next. Dave's doing well. We never knew what else could do. That's right. Yeah, I'm going to finish that. We're going to raffle it off. What's up, Don? That's right, Don. Yeah, so I'd say Rhino needs to bring me a whole apple box full of wood, like black walnut, right? Or oak. Or I'd say I need some 1/4-inch plywood. He'd bring me a whole box of that. He'd say, yeah, I want like 5 caps of weed. Or I'd give him 5 caps of weed or 10 caps of weed. Or, I need some bits. I need a couple bottles of glue. And he'd bring that shit to the cell, and then I'd take it down the hobby and use it in the hobby shop, So, yeah, it was, Rhino had hustle. Rhino had game. If you needed something made for yourself, he'd make it. He was just a regular dude. And he had long game. And guys hated on him for it. They'd say, you fat motherfucker, this and that, but they wouldn't say it to his face. Not that Rhino was looking for trouble, but if somebody was confrontational, he would deal with it. Rhino lives up in Washington, and let's give some prayers and positive vibes up to Rhino and his wife, Mary. His girl Mary had a stroke, and so she's been around for a long time for him. Yeah, Rhino lives up in Washington, right on the border of Oregon. So, yeah, I did a video with Rhino, actually. He got out before I did. So I did a video with Rhino. I interviewed him, But, so here's the deal. Rhino was in Tracy when Tracy was a motherfucker, right? So later on, after you survive all that motherfucker shit, if somebody has something to say to you, you're going to confront them like, hey, what the fuck, right? But other than that, guys like me, we're just doing our thing. We're trying to have a good time. Back then, we were partying. We were doing illegal shit, smoking weed, and drinking wine, and getting a snort now and then, right? Whim, grace and favor from all. That's right. But what was your favorite movie, Mitch? That's right, Big Mick. Let's give some positive stuff out to Big Mick. He's getting over the China virus. He's good. Yeah. Good night, Mick. He's been he got over the China virus, but now he's a little tired all the time, which that's gonna last for another month or so. Yeah. So I mean, it's like you want to kick back, like them guys said. What do you want to do? Party, have fun, make some money, or you want to spend the rest of your time in and out of the fucking hole? And so that's what we were doing. We're partying, having a good time, making money. Until partying was not an option, making money was too risky, and we weren't having a good time because they fucked the system up. But back when we were, that's what we were doing, And so if some dumb motherfucker want to get in your face about something stupid, that's the only time, our saying was basically there's a time to get with it and there's a time to kick back and party. And that was Rhino, So, yeah, Rhino's a good dude. I remember sitting on the yard with him in Tracy last time I saw him in prison. And I told him, man, dude, this is it. That's right, Carl. You know, me and Ryan were sitting on the track and Tracy, man, go, man, and we were reminiscing about Tracy. We were there together back when it was cool. And, you know, and now he's out, you know. Uh, God bless him and Mary. What do I think about them trying to arrest Trump? I think it's a circus. Um, you know, like I was saying, you can get busted in New York for all kinds of shit and not even go to jail or do half the time that you used to do for certain crimes. So they're reducing the sentences for people and the like. Thank you, Lakira. And they're reducing the amount of people that they arrest for crimes. You know, they haven't defunded the police, I don't think, but they're let them do whatever they want. And yet they want to act like they want to arrest Trump for something that happened several years ago that turned out to be a scam to try to bring him down and extort him out of money, which he never did. You know, it's a joke, man. It's a political endeavor. Like Homeboy said, it's a psychological operation to make people think that Trump's done something wrong. When in fact, they're the ones doing shit wrong because they are weaponizing law enforcement, all the way from police to when they're more concerned with the current president. Yeah. Cam 23, what's up, Mitch? How's your wife doing? If you asked her, I was the one that grew up next to her by Mitchell Park. She grew up on AM. Wow. That's a trip, Cam. She's doing good. She's doing all right. She's in there working on tomorrow's drop, second half of our prison guard video. Yeah, so it's a bullshit trip, and I, like Homeboy said, I think they should be investigating Biden, find out what the fuck's going on with him. I trust Trump to some degree, you know, but I do like what Ron DeSantis is trying to do. He's trying to pass legislation banning. Oh, it does. I don't know what to say. It's a brand new phone, bro. My other one got ran over by a car. Ron, the DeSantis down in Florida is trying to pass legislation saying that the central bank digital currency, he doesn't want it used. He wants it outlawed, basically. Wow. The sound is cutting out. That's fucked up, dude. Let me see what's going on with this phone. I don't see anything there. I don't see anything there. I don't know what to say except fucking phones. My last one got ran over by a fucking... Hey, Liam, what's up, brother? How's your brother Logan doing? Liam and Logan. Okay. Don't worry, it's Palo Alto business. That's right. Right up here. Okay. All right. Frank Rizzo, what's up, brother? All right, maybe it's on your end, whoever's having issues with that. So DeSantis does not want the central bank digital currency used in Florida. And I like exactly what he said. Love you guys, Liam, Logan, Talia, Haley and Will. Love you guys. So what he said was cash is king. And when you have cash, you have privacy. Matthew McCall, one thing that's annoyed me about Trump is he said he... yeah, that's all right, though. So, Danny Dog passed away. So anyway, DeSantis says that the digital currency, if that goes into effect, you no longer have cash. There's no longer privacy in what the things you buy and the things that you do with your money, right? Once you earn your money, you pay your taxes, all that, whatever you spend your money on, that's your business, basically, is what he's saying. There's no longer any privacy. They're going to know exactly what you spent your money on, who you gave your money to. And if they don't like it, they can stop you from buying that stuff. And if they don't like you, they can take your money. And it's one step closer to a social credit system. Have you ever heard of a paranormal experience being in these homes? I've never had, Big League Jew, and thank you so much for that super chat, brother. Thank you very much. I've never heard of no ghost stories in prison, you know. But yeah, so Ron DeSantis is very against the digital currency, and I was really glad to hear him say it. Bottom line, Danny Dog. You know, one thing I didn't talk about, Danny. I kind of slipped my mind until somebody reminded me. But one time he was in the gym on the reception yard. The gym was a dorm, basically, and he was transpacking to get out or transfer. I believe it was to transfer. And some guy slid up behind him and stabbed him while he's bent over transpacking his stuff, right? For painting behind you. Good job, bro. That dog was going to be an NFT along with the last one that we had raffled off. So I'm going to finish that. No more NFTs. We're going to raffle that off. Yeah, so this guy stabbed Danny while he's bent over transpacking, and Danny came up and beat the guy half to death. And Lieutenant Powell, who I knew when he was a CO back in like 1980, Big League Jew, thank you so much. Yes, rest in peace, Danny. So Danny turned around and beat the guy down so bad. Lieutenant Powell told me that oh wow. You've been clean for 2 years, man. Stay down, Cam. You know, I hope you can beat that cancer. And so, man, that threw me off track, bro. Tim in San Jose jail for gang. Did you hear about? I didn't hear about that. So Lieutenant Powell told me when they went in the gym, they took the guy who stabbed Danny to the hospital, and they figured he was the victim and that Danny had attacked him until they realized Danny had been stabbed. So Danny was a bad motherfucker, man. He was a good dude. I heard about. I'm not really up on Elmwood on the jails, really. When you're in prison, you hear about your hometown jail. You hear rumors about other jails here and there, but I don't really pay attention to them. Sorry. But you know what? I am glad that you're clean and sober. What's up, Tashanka Whitco? Nothing but prayers and positive vibes out to you for your girl, Amy. You know, we love you and we hope she's doing well, brother. Yeah, everyone's a tough guy until they meet one, you know. That guy thought he was going to make a rep for himself by stabbing Danny, and Danny turned around and beat the shit out of him. Beat him so bad, they took him to the hospital as a victim. And I just thought that was funnier than shit, you know. Yeah. But Danny passed away. He got in a car wreck and he didn't feel right, and yeah, he passed away, man, on the streets. I don't want to say natural causes. Prayers for you and your lady, Tashanka. That's right, because you know, he got in a car accident. He didn't get treated. He didn't like going to the hospital, and I don't know exactly what year. It was just a few years ago, though. That's right, Tashanka. Danny was from San Diego. He was my homeboy. Danny was in Preston. Danny was in Tracy. Danny was a good motherfucker, man. Danny, I miss him. I wish he could have seen me get out because it would have made his day. Danny had a thing for youngsters. You know, he didn't like seeing guys. Uh, excuse me. He didn't like seeing guys manipulate young guys coming to prison. You know, get them sucked into violence and drama. You know. He gave me a heads up in the county jail. Uh, you know, yeah, I miss Danny. He was one of the million, you know. You know, the fentanyl. I did not see that, Cam. It's raining over there. It's not raining now, but it was yesterday. Yeah, white guys from Southern California are a little. Danny Dog was older than me. I mean, when I met him, I was 18 years old, and he was probably in his early 40s or late 30s. Uh, white dudes from California, period, are just different, than most other states. I did an interview with somebody we're going to have on here next week. I hope if we get a chance to edit the video. My wife does that, and it takes her a while. But I think you're really going to like it. And that you will see that white dudes from Southern California, white dudes from Northern California, Central California, they're all Joe Doomsday. They try to breed. They're all pretty. You go to prison in California, you're white. It's white dudes out in California don't play in prison. So, Mohawk Matt, U.S. not IS, us not is. Yeah. So, California prison system is different than any other state. Man, there's a lot of politics. A lot of race-based stuff, a lot of rules. It's just a different, and it's a whole different animal. Matthew McCall, thank you. Oh yeah, we got to go live, man. We got to touch in with the Hard Intentions family. We got to put that out there, man. I mean, we started doing this, and can we? What was the other? 12. That's right, William DeFranzo. That's right. We actually started doing lives with Whack, and I think we might do another live here in the future with Whack. Yeah, those are fun. That was, man, that was years ago. This channel's been on for 3 years now. Can you believe that? Over 3 years. It blows my mind. So we did the lives with Whack. It became a weekly thing. And it just turned into every Wednesday night, sometimes Saturdays. And, it's just, we met a lot of really cool people through our lives. And, I don't know what happened with my membership thing. That's all right, Lakira. You're on tonight. And, we have a family here. We have the Hard Intentions family, man. We have people that are connected with each other. Thank you, William. Oh yeah, much respect to Whack. That's how long it's been. That's right, Michelle. We're different even. That's right, John Doe. John Doe's been around too. Yeah, so Whack, hopefully Whack's what's up, that's right, trucking with old Snapper. Whack hurt his knee, so we have something in common. My knee's been killing me ever since I did a laminate flooring job. My knee's been messed up. But hopefully Whack can heal up, get his knee back in line. But he has a place to live. He has his daughters. And been around your business. That's right, Snaps. Old Snapper. Yeah, so we got to get Whack back on. Even if we just do a thing and put it on every week, or once in a while at least. Yeah, so news wise, that's right, Lakira. I see that China has brokered a peace deal between Saudi Arabia and Iran. So China's over there negotiating a peace deal, right, between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So one country is a Sunni Muslim, the other country is a Shiite Muslims. They hate each other, they don't trust each other, they're enemies. But somehow, China has managed to broker a peace deal between the two, right? Okay. China's also stepping up with Russia, China, Iran, Brazil, who else? North Korea, obviously. Now they're talking about bringing Saudi Arabia in, and Mexico's talking about joining them. This is an economic union between these countries that I don't think Russia uses our money anyway, but they're talking about ditching the dollar and using the BRICS. It's called BRICS, and basically what they're doing is they're teaming up to destroy America economically. It's a joke, but it's not a joke, brother. People, especially Saudi Arabia, use American currency. They have a lot of money. BRICS currency, yep. Tank Dog, it's happening. So I don't know if Saudi Arabia is going to join them, but China did broker a peace agreement between Saudi Arabia and Iraq. And so this BRICS thing, they want to get countries to ditch the fiat currency from the central bank, actually. It says United States dollar and all that shit on there, but it's actually the central bank's dollar, the Federal Reserve. They're teaming up against us. And so it's no joke. China controls the Panama Canal. China, Russia especially, if they bring Iran's involved, Brazil's involved, those are huge economies. What's up, Chris and Retro? Those are huge economies. This moron has got this thing going on in Ukraine so he can make money for all his pals. China's not through, bro. China's out politicking in the world, doing things that we used to do. We got this moron running our country, and he's just so focused on this Ukraine thing. So, 800 attention members ever needed to. That's right, brother. That's right, Sugar Smack. So what's happening is the Biden crime family and all his buddies in politics here in America on both sides of the fence are making money off this war in the Ukraine. Yeah, China's making deals. Their whole existence does not depend on us. They're tied with Russia. They're tied with Iran. They're tied with Brazil. It's not a joke, bro. They got Iranian warships floating around in Brazil, docking in Brazil, right? Our country is being attacked economically, militarily. Russia could stomp out Ukraine in a heartbeat if they didn't exercise restraint. And with China involved, it's not good. China's a lot more powerful than you think. They don't care about our money. They've got enough of our money. We owe them so much money, and they've got enough of our money. All they got to do is cash it out, and we're fucked. And it's not just China, other countries as well. Yep. Tank down there. What's that say? Good luck. Importer mesh, do you know what that? I don't know what net importer means, but yeah, they import shit. But the bottom line is they don't just import stuff to us. They're active in Africa where there's minerals, precious metals, all that shit, natural resources. They're active in Iran. They're active now in Saudi Arabia. Trust me, their exports to us mean shit to them in the end. When you can have a government that says, hey, suit it up, bud, we're going to war. They're going to war. Other people buy all their stuff too. We're not the only ones that buy all the shit China makes. Russia and China have been we're far from the other. Yeah, Russia's really tight with China now. Iran's tight with them. Brazil's tight with them. Those are huge economies. Our economy really isn't shit right now, you know? And export sand and cardboard. The bottom line, what's this Blackstone Bank over there? I was talking to a friend of mine today, too. There's guys who have $20 billion in this Blackstone Bank that's a Chinese bank that's all their employees, retirement funds, and everything else. If this case, submarines in the world advancing. Yeah, but see, the thing is, submarines don't mean shit when they're fucking you economically. If they make our dollar worth nothing, which they can do, that's gonna kill us worse than a bullet. All right. We don't have a fucking standing army that can fight against Russia and China at the same time. We can deal with them with weaponry, but we can't use nukes because once you use nukes, everybody's dead, and the world's not a fit place to live anyways afterwards. So they're going to destroy us economically. That's their goal, and they're working on it. So, and then this. Well, if we do that, they have stuff that can attack us too. Iran has shit, Russia has shit. If it goes to a shooting war with them guys, trust me, it's not going to be nice. Our government is so fucking stupid right now. This guy Biden is so focused on Ukraine, making money off Ukraine. That's exactly right. People that are destroying this country from within, they're making it easy for outsiders to destroy us economically because, they're so fucking greedy with this war. All this war in Ukraine is about money. Yep. So, here's the deal. Nothing and be happy. Yep. Here's the deal. Things are going to get tight. Financially, things are going to get tight. This country's going to go through some bad shit financially. The Ukraine situation goes so deep. Yep. That's right, Big League Jew. I've been in combat. War is very kind of random, and you never know. It's just so random. Well, Michael, thank you for defending our country, thanks for being American, brother. What is afraid of? It is all a big puppet show. But the bottom line is we're the ones that are going to suffer because of it. This guy Biden's a moron. His whole crew, all these Democrats up there, and all they give a fuck about is making money by selling our country out. That's why they hate Trump. That's why they hate Ron Paul, Rand Paul, all these guys like that. They hate them dudes because they don't like anyone who's not going to sell our country out for $1. That's what they're doing. That's what they've been doing. Clinton opened up the Bank of China when he was president. The interest rates are going up. Helping out this country. This country needs serious help. Fuck Ukraine. I don't want to help the Ukrainian. Fuck them. I think we shouldn't give them another dime. I don't think we should have given them any weaponry, especially not tanks. Why do you think Russia and China are teaming up together? Fuck Ukraine. Straight up. Russia and China are teaming up together because this asshole takes another turn out right. because this asshole is going all out in the Ukraine. Mexico's talking about joining Russia and China because they're talking about invading Russia now, Mexico now. McLovin, I got a clue. McLovin, fuck the Ukraine. I'm not down with the Biden crime family laundering money through the Ukraine. I'm not down with this Ukrainian leader over there being a multimillionaire, owning 20 or 30 properties here in the United States that are worth millions of dollars, telling us we need to send him more money and we need to send him our women and children, boys and girls, to go there and fight and die for his bullshit. Invest in yourself. We're doing good, brother. Thank you. I'm not down with it. Ukraine is not part of the United States. Ukraine's not even part of NATO. And if you look at what's happening, NATO has slowly taken over all the countries in Europe that are all the way up to the border of Russia. And that's against a lot of the, yeah. Cheek the Patriot, thank you. America first. Fuck Ukraine and fuck the Bidens, man. I'm telling you, there's some bad. It is good and evil, and the Bidens are evil people, man. The people that are supporting Ukraine are globalist bankers. They want to take over the whole fucking world, especially Russia. And they run their own money, and now they're gonna team up. The information in the world, your fingerprints. Yep. Carl, what's up? Was voting in a referendum tour and then with Russia. Here we go. Look at what Matthew says right here. Ukraine was voting in a referendum in 2004 if they would go to Russia to make a deal with IMF because they were bankrupt. The IMF globalists couldn't risk losing Ukraine, and that's why it's important. There you go. Oh, I don't know about frontline dying, but there are women that die in Ukraine women. You get there. You fight the Russians. Are you sending American soldiers to? They want American soldiers to go over there and fight. McLovin. Didn't you hear that fucking moron say that? The president of Ukraine said America is going to have to send their sons and daughters over here to fight and die in the Ukrainian war. Fuck him. I don't think one American should even go there, ever. I don't think we should send them another nickel. It's bullshit. People are profiteering off this war. It's merchants of death, man. Merchants of death. That's all they are. Yeah. It's helping the Ukraine instead of helping the America. Yeah, look at all the shit that's going on in the United States. All that dude's concerned about is Ukraine. We need to fix our railroad systems here. We need to get veterans off the street that are homeless, people that are hooked on dope, living in the streets. We need to stop the fentanyl from pouring in this country. And he's concerned about something happening over there. I'm not worried, but I'm going to tell you something. The economy in this country is going to take a shit. I think Big League Jew, I think us sticking our nose over there in spots so close to Russia is why Russia and this BRICS thing, this economic union called BRICS, that's why they're doing it. They're tired of America meddling in their shit. And it's not really America, though. It's globalist bankers that control America. We're debt to third trillion debt. Yep, look at that. Matthew's spot on, man. So here's the deal. Yeah, possible depression in the near future. Everyone sees it, man. Anarchy Burger, hold the government. That's right, brother. OG history. Things are good, bro. I never voted for Biden, but I would vote for Trump in a heartbeat, even if they convicted him of a fucking crime. If you own firearms, don't give them up. Well, if you listen to people from Britain and England and Europe, they say, God bless America. We're the last bastion of freedom. Imagine Trump ran up because we have guns. Don't give up your guns, America. You're the last guys with them. So, we have a Second Amendment, and I think somebody should start exercising it, but people don't want to step outside their comfort zone, It's not a possible depression in the U.S., it's factual. There you go. Remember what happened to Greece and Obama was president? They wanted bankrupt and need to make a deal with him. Yep. So, things are going to get ugly. Trust me. He said, no, it's coming. So I'm looking to get a job up in at the next month sometime. Doing retreads because there's always thinking. Remember to take care of that, and they take a fucking fuck Joe Biden. And we need weapons. He did say that, but he also said he wants our sons and daughters. He said he wants our sons and daughters over there. Otherwise, he said that he said it, dude. I've seen it numerous times. So, fuck Ukraine. Fuck this Zelensky moron, fucking queer actor, comedian, stooge for the international bankers. It's all over the fucking place. It's all over the place, dude. He said America's going to have to send their sons and daughters over here to fight in this war. Obama did just look halfway decent. He was not halfway decent. He's just as bad as this guy. As far as I know, Obama's running this fucking guy. And the bottom line is, my phone's on low battery. Let me see my battery. It didn't show my battery power since. You're up soon. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he said they did a thing, and I said, Joe Legger, what's up, brother? That raffle will be as soon as you see it done. That's when we'll have it. They say 70% of the young men who are military age are unqualified to join the military. They're too fat. They're too out of shape. They have fucking mental problems. That's the youth of America. 70% of the youth in this country are military fighting age, are unqualified to join the military. Thank you, Michael. So go figure that. It's going to be old motherfuckers standing up to the United Nations when they run up in our country and try and take our shit. We're in trouble, man. Like Trump's America First agenda. I don't give a fuck about abroad. To be honest with you, I don't care what happens in other countries. Yeah. I just learned that, brother. Funny money, that's right. Joe Olson, what's up? Our country's in trouble, man. I don't care what Saudi Arabia does. I don't care what happens in Iraq, Iran, Ukraine can suck it. I don't care about Europe. I love the people in Europe. I love the people in England. But I don't give a fuck about their politics. I don't care about Asia, China, Taiwan. Dude, I don't give a fuck about Taiwan. Bring the fucking semiconductor chips or whatever production to America. Why do we have to have people in Taiwan manufacturing shit that's critical to our infrastructure? What's up, Timbo? That's right, Brian. America first, bro. The American people come first. With me, I'm an American, and should with you. And a lot of you feel that way. But these politicians don't give a fuck about the American people. All the American people are to these politicians we got now. they're just a paycheck. You pay your taxes. I've been deployed to Afghanistan doing peace. Yeah, I mean, you're a paycheck. You work, you pay your taxes, cool. Then they take your tax dollars, Chinese chicken, you know, and they do whatever they do shit with it that we don't want them to do. It's gonna take let's see. I talked to a guy at Ford. Ford's gonna start making their own chips. It's gonna take 4 years. Oh, come on, McLovin, you're gonna have to go somewhere else, bro, because we've been all over the fucking globe. We're meddling in the Ukraine. We started the war in Ukraine. We started a fucking coup in the Ukraine with $400 million. Obama did that. There's all kinds of videos out there, man. Dude, don't even get me started, you know? But the bottom line is, they use our tax dollars to do shit that we don't want them to do, you know? This guy Biden, it's all coming out. His family's been making, they got a $3 million deal. He's a criminal. He's a fucking criminal. Fauci's a criminal. Okay, Mick. I don't know who you are, what your deal is, or what you believe in, but the bottom line is, Obama started this shit in Ukraine. They were pissed off when Trump got in there because Lindsey Graham, John McCain, they were over there chomping at the bit. That's right. 100% the truth. Yeah, there it is. They were over there saying, we're going to give you the money to fight Russia, make Russia pay. And then Trump got elected. It never happened. You know, now as soon as Trump is gone, what happened? Fucking war. Big time. It just escalated. So all these assholes could make money off killing people, you know? And don't get me wrong. You know, I ain't got nothing against the Ukrainian people that are dying over there, or the Russian people that are dying over there. It's the politics, man. Their leaders are corrupt. People in that country are corrupt. They're finding weapons. The Taliban, they're finding weapons in the Middle East that we sent to the Ukraine. They're selling them to Arabs that are terrorists. It's bullshit, man. Anyway, fucking chin up, chest out, folks. Soy, what's up, Soy? We are being invaded on both south and north borders from people all over the world. Yesterday, 900% jump in Chinese immigrants, age range from 8. Yep. It's not bullshit. It's real, Tank Dog. And then ship President China then sent back to us. Oh, wow. I saw a guy on the border saying, on point, thank you, Chris. I saw a guy on the border saying exactly that. It's a 900% jump in Chinese nationals coming across the southern border. Why are so many Chinese, single male Chinese, put in a link, what are you saying? I'm not lying, dude. You know, fucking, hey, McLovin, fuck off. You know, bottom line. Mexicans come across, yeah, but, you know, they got a massive amount of Chinese nationals are coming over, and they're single males. Why? Why? Why are they coming over here? All of a sudden, you know? It's like, you know, you ever see that movie? It's on point, but they did a movie where all these Arabs came over here when they were trying to push the Arab terror thing, right? Through media, you know, propaganda. And then they came in here and they created cells. Yeah, do the research, McLovin. They're coming from Africa and Haiti too, but the guy's coming from China. So anyway, this movie, they had got a bunch of Arabs coming here. dude, I'm doing live, so I'm like, research it, all right? Uh, I've seen it, asshole. Anyway, their theory was that all these Arabs are going to come here and do a cell, create cells, terrorist cells, and then go out and attack America, walk down the street, throw grenades in uh, business, just create terror. But how do you know it's not the Chinese coming here? These young single men, right? I've seen it, asshole. Do the research. Thank you, JB Weld. What's up, brother? Yep, that's right, brother. Yeah, so how do you know they're not coming here? Chinese, Russians, Ukrainians, and then on point when the shit kicks off, they're gonna be right here doing it. Yeah, I got mental issues. Hey, McLovin, fuck off. Go love your boyfriend. Yeah, he's a Hillcrest. He's a Hillcrest gangster, brother. Go love your boyfriend. Your soldier knows how to fight and take out the enemy, fight them from within. Yep, Brian speaking. Thank you, Brian. Get my pal, Mr. Yeah, the fentanyl is coming from China to Mexico to our country. I mean, it's a fucking mainly America has never lost a war. Okay, we didn't lose Vietnam, all that shit, right? You're a fucking idiot, man. The bottom line is our country's in bad shape, and we have the worst leader we've ever had, ever. He's worse than Obama. So, yeah, we've lost a lot of shit, dude. That's right, strange days. And out wrenches, Mitch. We do got some wrenches out there. I'm gonna have to get some more wrenches out because some of the guys that had wrenches are no longer Watson, I guess. Yeah, they have a private police force here in the United States, secretly. Sorry about that, big man. That's right. It's all good, Sugar Smack. And we lost starting with the Battle of the South. Yep. Here's a country in serious decline. Yep. Facts, right, sir? Go Steagle. Made it son of Afghanistan. Yep. Look at we left Afghanistan. This is basically what I was saying though, already would be blocked that clown. We have to give you a wrench, Will. Here's all I'm saying, really. We're in trouble. We got the worst leadership this country's ever known. They don't give a fuck about the United States or our people. Stay strapped. There you go. Cheek the Patriot. If you're allowed to have weapons, keep them. Mount up. Tighten up your belt. Don't buy frivolous shit. If I was going to make an investment, I'd probably buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin scares the globalists because they can't control it. It's an unregulated currency. Gold, if you can afford to buy gold, you can buy gold. That's exactly right. They have to send our sons and daughters to fight and die. Yep. Let's see exactly what that said. They did say if U.S. stops sending aid, the U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters to fight Russia. You got no facts. Yeah, get him an AR-15 with NATO rounds. But watch your money. I don't know. Lincoln was Lincoln was a globalist too, that's a long story. Man, Ghost Eagle, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Uh, let's see. I fact checked that for you, Mike, so shut the fuck up. That's what you don't hard attention. So Lincoln was he was kind of a globalist himself. Lincoln was links if links are king. Lincoln put it this way: there was a Freemason. I thought he was a colonel. He might have been a general in the Southern Army. Albert Pike. He was a Freemason. He was considered the Pope of Freemasonry. He wrote Morals and Dogma. He was a Satanist. He was arrested for war crimes for killing. He was a war criminal. He was in a prisoner of war camp. Yeah, that's right. Bitcoin might. This is world digital currency control. They're not going to control Bitcoin. Anyways, after the war, a week later, Albert Pike was in the White House sipping tea with Abraham Lincoln because he was a superior to Lincoln in Freemasonry. So, yeah, Skull and Bones. That's, I've seen some shit on that I'll have to talk about later. But yeah, Skull and Bones, Prescott Bush, piece of shit. Yeah. AOG Scotty, you're not a conspiracy theorist. Abraham Lincoln basically caused the war. Yeah. So Abraham Lincoln was using tax dollars to build the railroad through Lincoln Town and all that shit where he was from. And he was kind of fucking the South. Lincoln, only thing he was against was the global current. He was against the Federal Reserve taking over control of our money. So that's one thing. That's the only, but Lincoln was a globalist. He was a one worlder. But trust me, they've been trying to do this shit for a long time. They came to America. They didn't call it they called it the New World. They were creating a new world. It's been going on for a long fucking time. The devil's been hard at work for thousands of years, right? Uh, you know, and yeah, Abraham Lincoln said if he could win the war without freeing the slaves, he would. Abraham Lincoln wanted to send the slaves back to Africa. We're gonna have to give you a wrench, Tashanka. I don't know how to do it. I'll ask the wife. So Abraham Lincoln was not this peace-loving guy, and he was shot by John Wilkes Booth, who had ties to Canadian bankers. The devil is not a Mason. I don't know if he's a Mason, but the devil's been hard at work through a lot of different organizations. So John Wilkes Booth had ties to Canadian bankers. Abraham Lincoln was against giving up sovereign money. He wanted our money to remain sovereign, American. Next thing you know, he gets shot and killed by some guy that has ties to Canadian bankers. Who wants a one world government and why? Especially considering that they probably wouldn't see it in their own lifetime. Well, they've been working on it forever. They've been working on it for a long fucking time. Albert Pike said we need to have 3 world wars to bring it about. And that was written around the time of the Civil War. You know what I mean? So, it's a conspiracy if you don't believe it, right? Let's see, OG. Exactly, the rituals are ways to contact spirit world. Yep. Mitch, what you think of San Francisco trying to pass a bill? Yeah, it's bullshit. In the South and taxing their crops. Yep. The Masons are extremely occult. They have a wild history. I love you, Big Will. See you later, Liam, Logan, Talia, everybody. Good night. It just so happens that the founding fathers of our country, most of them were Masons. Albert Pike was a Freemason. Albert Pike wrote a letter to the Pope in Rome saying, you worship Jesus Christ. We worship Lucifer. We practice the veneration of Lucifer. Yeah, some of you guys, that's all you do, Dave. I just know the Freemasons have a pretty twisted history, bro. And they had their hand in a lot of stuff. From the 1970s, the protocols, learned elders. Yeah, the learned elders of Zion has been proven to be a hoax. Right, but which higher power do I heard in a Freemason lodge, if you say prayers to Jesus, you have to cleanse the temple afterwards. So I don't know if that's true or not. From the UK has some pretty good films on the spirit world. Yeah. Bam! Why do you think they put so many men in prison when men are gay? And man, because without strong men, they can do anything. Yep. Yeah, that's why they lock guys up in the neighborhoods. And exactly, Albert Pike wrote a letter outlining the 3 world wars many years before any of it happened. That's right. How he was going to obtain that. Damn it, I can feel I'm lost. Dave, no offense, but your meetings might be different than the guys, put it this way, Roman Catholics, not so much anymore, but less. Pike was Illuminati. Pike was a Freemason, bro. And so he wrote Morals and Dogma. I'm Canadian from Nova Scotia. I'm an Orthodox Christian. I go to a Russian Orthodox church. I believe in Jesus Christ. He's my Savior, all that. Believe in the Bible, Old and New Testament. And if I was to join a Freemason lodge, which I can't because I am a felon, no felons allowed. I did see that. I would be excommunicated from my church. Thoughts on Satan? Satan can suck it. That is not true. The only people excluded from Masonry are Catholic. To the Rome. In the Philippines right now, visit Seventh-day Adventist Church. Seventh-day Adventist Church. Seventh-day Adventist Church is kind of, some guys would say that's kind of cultish too, along with the, what are those guys called? The guys that ride bicycles, not the Mormons, man, what are they called? They have that book, that magazine called Awake. God, I used to fucking go round and round with them guys in prison. The bottom line is I would be excommunicated from my church if I was to become a Mason. Yeah, the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. That's definitely a cult. These Pinoys and Pinoy people are great, friendly, really. Yeah, I have a friend that lives in the Philippines too, Dave, and he loves it. But the bottom line is the reason I would be excommunicated from my church is because the Freemasons have a religious right of their own. See? So, I mean, I could not, it's a Jehovah's sickness. They have a pantheistic point of view. You can worship any god and all that kind of stuff. No, that's funny. Called the personality. And most of the guys that were Jehovah's Witnesses are ex-Roman Catholics. It's funny, Mexicans are blacks. Any Mexicans are blacks or Asian people in our church. Yeah, there are. There are definitely some Mexicans. In Placerville, we had a black dude that used to come on. He was actually an Ethiopian Orthodox Christian who used to come to our church. In Ethiopia, they have a huge Orthodox communion. they have some different beliefs, but yeah, and there's Coptic Orthodox Christians. They believe in some heresies from way back when. To be a Mason is to ask a Mason. Yes, I'm a Catholic. I'm a Catholic and was in Masonry. I don't know what demoli is, but some of the David's, all the stuff inside is laid out. I like it. All symbolism, but we don't worship Satan, brother. We worship Creator, kind of like AA believing. Yeah. In my life, however, religion doesn't. For me, I can't keep up with the rules. Third degree, by the way. Man, it's great conversation. I appreciate your knowledge. Looking forward to the next one. Good night, strange days. Yeah. This is probably cult craziness. Is Hispanic. May God bless all this house. That's right. I was born into Irish Catholic fold. That's right. Good night, Carl. We love you, brother. How was Christianity spread in Ethiopia back in the day? Well, you know, they have Jews in Ethiopia. Come on, man. What are you, stupid? You can't serve two masters. There you go, brother. Carl. Good night, Carl. We love you, brother. Yeah, they got Manic Hispanic. May God forgive those who love us and those who hate us. That's right. You know, the bottom line is that, you know, God gives everybody a free choice on what they want to do. You know, doing charity and all that stuff's fine, but when it comes time to worship, you know, there's a certain way I worship, and that's what I believe in. And you know, my church tells me if I fuck around and join a Freemason cult, I'm out. And you know, and my mother was Eastern Star. Their funerals were. They'll be leaders. What's this moron saying? Big Red, what's up? No one cares. So, Joe Allegra, good night, heart attention. Good night, Joe. So here's the deal. In Ethiopia, they claim to have the Ark of the Covenant, you know. And in Ethiopia, to be a priest in the Orthodox Church, you have to memorize the entire Bible. I mean, it's way out there, like super Christians over there, man. It blows my mind. And Ethiopia has Muslims, Christians, and Jews. And anyone thinks that there's no Jews, black Jews in Ethiopia, they migrated over to Israel, and the United Nations forced Israel to accept them because they found out they were Jews. Their practices, everything, they were Jews. You know, King Solomon, I believe it was hooked up. Sorry, my sins there. King Solomon was actually hooked up with the Queen of Ethiopia. So, you know your fucking history, dumb shit. There's documentaries about the Christians in Ethiopia. They're pretty badass. I love them. And that's about peace I support. You know, the bottom line is this. However you want to worship, whatever you believe in, you have the right to do it. Especially in America nowadays. They're trying to legitimize pedophilia. I mean, it's fucking crazy. But for real, God gives us all freedom to make our own decisions and worship how we want to worship. And I don't believe that any type of worship will do. I believe the way I worship is good for me, and that's gonna get me where I want to go in the next life. And I hope physical health, mental health, and spiritual. But spiritual health is fine. What's that saying? Pedro, what's up? Smiley love from Northern Saskatchewan. God bless you, brother. Thank you. God is love. And God is love. But let's see. In fact, respect goes a long way. It does. But my hope is, you guys get there too. You know what I mean? But I do what I do for me, and I respect other people's right to make their own decisions. All this writings in the Bible are not in Greek, you fucking dumb shit. The Culture of Critique. No, I haven't read that. The Bible was translated into Greek, dude. Let's see. Had a child with the Queen of Sheba. Yep. King Solomon. Yep. Just talking. Anything Mason has got the slightest idea what they are talking. Second degree. All this writing in the Bible is Aramaic, not Greek. The Bible was translated into Greek, and that's why they call it the Septuagint. So there you go. If Freemasonry worked for you guys, I'm glad. What the hell's that? Our goats are going nuts out there. It was written in Aramaic. I'm glad that you guys, you don't know enough about the subject. Comes in with you, should say I don't. So the Septuagint is a Greek translation of the Bible from Aramaic into Greek, you fucking moron. I think those are coyotes going after our goats. I hope not. I have to get my knife. It might be, anyway. Whatever you do, if it works for you, that's cool. I'm not hating on you. The death sentence until another time and place, respect yourself and others. Yeah. I don't know, McLovin, about whether you want to worship. Oh, man. I feel he's making a guest appearance and hanging off the side of a fire truck at a parade near you. Yeah. Sweet, add ya and follow. If you kill coyotes with a knife, you have to live stream it, Mitch. That's right. Matthew McLovin, what do you have to say about Islam when you speak? Thank you, William. Yeah, gangster coyotes they'll rat pack you, Yeah, so I just, and here's the deal, man. Fulfill your home and internet too much. You need to. Yeah, I think McLovin is a pedophile. Bottom line, I think he's a pedophile. He's probably a Joe Biden fan, and he might be friends with Mike Thompson. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, the Septuagint, just so you know, is your dogo took a bite out of him. Yeah, he's doing all right, Manic Hispanic. They're back at banging heads with each other. John Doe, Freemason doesn't work for me. I didn't fit, but my family were good. That's good, brother. Timed out by Lakira. Thank you, Lakira. So the Septuagint is the Greek translation of the Bible. And then the King James Version came, and Martin Luther took out a bunch of books that are in the Septuagint. So, They call them the Apocrypha, the hidden books, but they're not really hidden. They're in our Bible. So we use the Septuagint in our Bible. They have like the books of Tobit and all the books that were removed by Martin Luther. But the Bible was written in Aramaic. They translated it in Latin, and they translated it into Greek later on. So this guy's an idiot. He's a fucking troll. Yeah, so here's the deal. What I want to say is like, it's like politics, right? You got guys in this country now. Kevin Smith, what's up, my brother? McLovin was hidden by Laquera. Proud Patriot, that's mine. Get some legit knowledge. Thank you. So just like they got guys in this country right now, you got guys that divorce their wives because I did not grow up Orthodox, my friend. So God, a Republican, she's a Democrat, fuck you, blah, blah, they divorce each other, hate each other so bad over politics that they just hate each other. Neighbors, I ought to kill that guy, he's a Democrat. Dude, you're Americans. You know, I don't dig that shit. By Martin Luther when he was still a Catholic priest. Yeah. And so I don't like that. I don't like Biden. I don't like what's going on with his bullshit. But I have a friend that I ride with, Jason. He loves Biden. But we're still friends. He was my cellie in prison. I love him to death. He rides an Indian motorcycle. You know, I don't like his politics, but I like him. His politics daily, Biden should be tossed. Oh, yeah. He should be tossed. He should be tried as a traitor. But so religion and I converted to Orthodox in 19. Stay down, Manic Hispanic. I love it. I'll tell you in a minute. Good night, Big League Jew. Thank you. So religion's the same way. If somebody believes in Freemasonry, if someone believes in Protestantism, if somebody's a Jehovah's Witness, if a guy's a Mormon, you get a crossbow. I don't care. If I like them, I don't care. Trump will never be convicted of anything. Trump hasn't really done anything wrong except try to straighten the country out. Yeah, black Protestant. I don't care. I don't care about your race. I don't care about your religion. I don't agree with certain shit. Like I have certain things I've read about Freemasonry and I have certain beliefs about it. My church tells me other things about it. And, you know, I mean, but, you know, it's not going to make me dislike somebody. You see what I mean? Because of what they believe in, as far as how their higher power and all that kind of, that's their business, man. If I like them as a person, I'm not going to hate on them for their faith stuff. You know, now if they start trying to shove shit down my throat with politics, then I'll start hating on them. We can have a discussion, but I don't want to be fucking evangelized about, you know, how great Joe Biden is, because I know otherwise, you know. No, I did not grow up Orthodox. Yeah, don't tread on me. I did not grow up Orthodox. I grew up in a Presbyterian home, non-practicing Presbyterians. He's fucking up. That's right. Jimmy Kim Smith, don't know if I know you. You want a board? No, I never fucked with a Ouija board. I remember seeing my relatives do it when I was young. And so I grew up basically with no religion. And in prison, I studied religions, Protestant stuff, Roman Catholic stuff. Well, you know, Presbyterians have a liturgy. And I also read a lot of stuff about Freemasonry. I also read a lot of stuff about some of the evil shit in the world. And I decided, because of what I read, and because we had a Roman Catholic priest as our chaplain. There's no Orthodox chaplains in prison. Our chaplain was from Ireland. He grew up in Ireland, Father White. He was an older man. He was a college professor in Mexico City for a long time. He's a really smart guy. He had a degree in psychology. Just a really smart guy. Worked for MIT for a while. And he was our Catholic priest. So I got baptized in the Roman Catholic Church. And then I started communicating through some icon cards I found with a Orthodox priest from the Antiochian Orthodox priest that did the prison ministry. I studied Orthodoxy for about 17 years before I got out. That's right, Kevin. And so I found for me that the Orthodox Church is what the Roman Catholic Church said it was. And so, did you ever read The Way of the Pilgrim? Yeah, I read that. And I read the Orthodox Church by Timothy Ware, Bishop Callistos. I read a lot of stuff from Seraphim Rose. And I studied Orthodoxy pretty thoroughly. I met a few priests, used to come see me. And when I got out, I got chrismated into the Big Red Mist. Got my, thank you, bro. My wife and I both got chrismated into the church and got remarried in the Russian Orthodox Church. So that's my journey into the church, And it's I'm glad I did it as an adult, and I'm glad I was able to study. And I'm glad I had met the leaders in my church that I did meet because they were fantastic. I'm gonna tell you something about the Orthodox Church. They do believe in mysterious stuff, and I don't understand like people that get into the Eastern Hindu type because they're into the mystic stuff. The Eastern Orthodox Christian Church is into so much, all the mystery. Oh man, it just blows my mind. The Desert Fathers were so badass, dude. They believe in deification of the human being to a certain point. Oh yeah, Kevin, come on, brother. Guys in prison that decide they want to do something, they study it, and they learn it before they decide to do it, A lot of good in religion. There's a lot of good in religion, bro. Orthodoxy is for me. Western religion kind of takes the mystery out of the Christianity that we still practice. My priests are married. Celibacy is an option in the Orthodox Church. Good night, Chris. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for tuning in. It's not forced upon you. Our bishops, it's all converts. Yeah, St. Herman's is up north. The monastery, St. Herman's, that's her father, Seraphim Rose. They built the monastery up there. And I just read, yep. Like we say that, money, folks in my country starving in the street and freezing to death. Wow. We say that we can't be the energy of God, but we can participate in it. I'm in Canada too. Oh yeah. And it just blows me. The mysterious stuff that goes along with Christianity, the Orthodox Church has maintained and practice it and preach it, and it's pretty cool. Trump the email. So never got my notification, brother. Oh wow, Oos, what's up? It's gonna go. All right, Brian Wood. Have a good night, brother. Well, celibacy came into the Roman Catholic Church through corruption. White powder, Holmes. That's right, Donovan. Corruption, nepotism basically is what caused the celibacy rule in the Roman Church. In the beginning, there were 5 patriarchs. There's a patriarch in Constantinople, Jerusalem, Antioch, Alexandria, and Rome. So basically, the Pope in Rome is the patriarch of the Roman Church, basically. So anyway, uh, and now there's a bunch of weird stuff going on. I got you, John Doe. And continue people that have stayed from the church and loosened morality. Yep. Well, they strayed not just from the church, but from any type of evil, yet have no faith in the good. Yep. That's what brought me. There's definitely evil in the world, man. And if there's evil, there's got to be something to counter it. It really, yeah. But I think people have strayed from all faiths, not just the church, not just the Christian faith, but American Spanish, the Indian chief sport is better looking than black. That's right. People have strayed from their Islamic faith, their Buddhist faith, their Protestant faith, their Catholic faith, or even Orthodox faith. People stray. People have been led astray. People have not taken their kids into their faith or their belief system, Buddhist, whatever it is, and the country's just, people are being led by political leaders like a cult of personality shit. And it's not good, people. It's downright ugly because politicians get into politics nowadays, not for the good of the country, but they do it for the good of their pocketbook. And their pocketbook is dictated by people who have trillions of dollars and billions of dollars. What's up, Slow Burn? Those are the guys dictating policy to our politicians. And in return, they fatten up their pocketbooks. So we have a generation of youth now that are being led by politicians who are being programmed by, what you believe in, you give people the right to believe in something else. Yep. I can sit and chat. Thank you, bro. You're able to do, but you always seem to respond to everybody's text. Highly appreciate it. Thank you, bro. I do my best. This is a family here, man. It's a hard intensive family. You can't ignore your family members, right? So we have, I was talking to this friend of mine today, and his dad fought in World War II. Uh-oh, my battery's about ready to die. And we're the last generation, him and I, of parents from that generation. His dad would have been 100 today or this month. So, the generations after us, they're not children of from Ukraine when the war is at the border. I hear you, Ty. So you don't have Grace Boone. Thank you, Dave, for tuning in. I'm gonna have to sign off in a bit. I've gone flat my lips for a long time. But the generations that are being born and raised now are being raised by politicians. Just like Hitler said, the children are mine. That's what Hitler said. Your children are mine. They belong to the Reich. And Big Red, they don't raise them like that anymore. Yeah, we all have different ideas, but we're not threatening to kill each other. But people don't have respect anymore. Kids are not raised to respect people. Good night, Lakira. It's a terrible thing. We were raised with respect for elders, be polite to people, but if someone fucks you over, smash them. My dad told me don't ever let anyone put their hands on you, but he used to beat the shit out of me, but yeah, the respect is gone, faith is gone, belief in the government and the free ride is what's here now. So, I mean, that's what we're contending with. And it doesn't matter what you believe in as far as your higher power. Good night, Tank Dog. You know, it's rough, man. If you're a legit person, you got a little bit of honor, self-respect, respect for other people, got some love in your heart for your family and your friends. You don't trust the government. You're a stand-up person. It's going to be an uphill battle, people. So, you know, I hope I'm wrong, but you know what? Tighten your belts, man. Don't fucking spend your money on frivolous shit. Enjoy your life. Love your friends and family. Keep your mind focused on things that are bigger than you. Take care, Big Red. John Doe done send that to me and said it hurt him more than, yeah, it hurts me more than you. You guys take care. Good night. My battery's about to run out and I got to get ready for the fart sack, folks. We love you. Thanks for making this channel what it is, for real. Take care. Dave, doing 6 months Canada, working in semi-retirement. That's right. Good night. Good night, Big Red. Good night, Dave. Good night, Proud Patriot. Alan Renee Hansen. Good night. Richard Edwards. Good night. Good night. Good night, Big Oos. I love you, bro. Good night, John Doe. You guys take care. We love you. Take care. Have a good night. And have a great day tomorrow. Joe Pyle. OG Scotty, good night. Take care. Get out there.